All right, we're night, so this is a very good thing for us here at Magnolia State Weather. We're finally back. Looks like we got everything fixed, and so that's where we're sitting right now. Looks like we're fully fixed. Um, Tornado warning in St. Tammany Parish. We still have that tornado warning moving through Jones County. I'm actually still a little worried about that. This rotation's over Antioch right now, moving off to the northeast towards Myrick and Mill Creek. I do completely expect this tornado warning to get extended into Wayne County within the next few minutes. And so I'm trying to make sure everyone can hear me now. I think we're good once again. New tornado warning. That expands all the way through Jones County now. So, yeah, I think we're good now. So for the rest of the area of Jones County that hasn't been through a tornado warning, you're now in one right now. Wayne County will more than likely go through a tornado warning here very soon. So luckily, we're back now. 6 tornado warnings, and oh my word, what's going on down here in Louisiana? The entire line in Louisiana is tornado warned. Um, if you're in Washington Parish, or if you're in, let's see, what is this? If you're in St. Tammany Parish, be in your safe spaces because we're just seeing constantly spin up tornadoes left and right here. And luckily, it looks like we're going to be good here for Magnolia State weather for the rest of the night. Looks like the weather has passed first here. So that's going to be good. Looks like we'll be good to go for the rest of the night from this main setup. We might have a few hiccups, but I think we're going to be good now. So that's good. Just trying to make sure we have everything quickly figured out. And I believe we do. If y'all can hear me, please say something in the chat, but we're back now. New severe thunderstorm warning for a tornado possible, 70-mile-an-hour winds, and a moderate damage threat here. I'm actually about to pull up a sky cam from Hattiesburg here real quick, courtesy of the North Mississippi Storm Chasers. Very glad we're back. Once again, sorry for all the technical difficulties. Sorry, we're a startup weather company. Lots of things we have to kind of iron out. And luckily, we're learning lots of things when it comes to that. But anyways, thank y'all for, y'all just keep tuning in, and I love it. Thank you for everything y'all do. Trying to get a Skycam view of any of this going on. I mean, I have a view from here in Laurel, but I think the Laurel Skycam is not really going to show us much anymore. Just lots of rain and lightning there. So thank you, everybody that is now back. If you're in central Jones County, luckily it looks like that has now moved off to the west. But if you're in eastern Jones County, that line is still moving through for now with heavy, probably 70-mile-an-hour winds with some large hail. I know the tornado warnings are still there, but as of right now, looking like we might get through that, but still an area of rotation over Antioch right now, moving off to the northeast towards Myrick and towards Mill Creek. So eventually move up towards Pleasant Grove as it moves over to the northeast, but looks like they will not expand the tornado warning into Wayne County for at least right now. Meanwhile, down for our Louisiana parishes, 5 tornado warnings down there for Washington and St. Tammany Parish. Having a little bit of problems down there with the radar site, but overall, down there in Louisiana, I mean, we're seeing spin up after spin up. That was definitely almost a confirmed tornado for sure. Just to the north of Waldheim, Louisiana, crossing over Highway 1083 right now. This also crosses into Mississippi. If you're in Henleyville, Cyber, or Mill Creek down there in Pearl River County, be in your safe spot. You're also in a tornado warning. So lots of stuff going on right now across the area. I'm still worried about this area of rotation over there that was over Mill Creek just a second ago. We're trying to get that back here, but you can see that obvious area of rotation right there over Mill Creek as that moves off to the northeast. And so This is over Antioch, moving towards Myrick and moving towards Mill Creek, and eventually will move over Pineview, Pleasant Grove, and Lightsey. Yeah, Jacob, I'm good. Like we've been going good now. Thank you. If you're farther south, like for Southern Forest County, maybe towards Forest and towards towards Purvis, like I just said, and then also towards Brooklyn, you're in a tornado possible tag severe thunderstorm warning with 60-mile-an-hour winds. And once again, I'm sorry that we're having all these technical problems. Some of these are something that that could be prevented, but also some of these have been just overall radar programs have been struggling tonight for some reason. So sorry about all that, but I guess the fact of the matter is, if y'all are all going through weather, I guess we are also too. But working on getting all those kinks out here. But thank y'all for tuning back in very soon. Very heavy rain still. I mean, large area of rotation crossing over Myrick. I'd even say this is just south of Clio right there, crossing over Highway 84 here at any second. And so this is about to cross over 84 as it gets towards the Wayne County line. That looks impressive, honestly. This is right over Clark Cemetery Road, but you also have that other broad area of rotation over Myrick right now. And so I can keep sitting here and talking about little areas of rotation right now, but overall, if you're in any of these tornado warnings, please be in your safe space. If you're in this severe thunderstorm warning with a tornado possible tag in Wayne County or in Greene County or in Northern Perry County, you also need to be in your safe space. Jackson Smith, yes, all the radars were having problems in terms of seeing any rotation. Like it's just been a mess all night, and so that's something we can't control ourselves. The internet problems we can figure out. We'll have some systems in place for that in the future. But for the most part, there's been so much stuff going on tonight. And it's just wild what's been going on tonight. But once again, thank y'all for choosing Magnolia State Weather. 65 people on Facebook right now. That's the largest number we've ever had. And since this is a new live stream, please make sure to like and share it. Sharing the live stream will be the easiest way to connect this to other people. But also, if you don't want to watch this on Facebook, look up Magnolia State Weather on YouTube. We're live on YouTube there as well. You can put it on your TV. It'll be a way more permanent way for you to watch our live streams. So anyways, I know many people are under tornado warnings right now. I don't think we have any observed tornado warnings now. Let me look. All these are radar indicated, and that's kind of what you expect. We don't know for sure that there's going to be a tornado on the ground until we get closer to there. Well, until one's confirmed, basically, on a night like this. New tornado watch possibly going to be issued into Alabama, but I don't think that's really something we're worried about here with at Magnolia State Weather. Multiple tornado warnings. I think we have 5 tornado warnings right now. They just cut off the tornado warning there in Lamar County. So if you're in Lamar County, you're good now. But still, tornado warning still for eastern Jones County as this moves off to the northeast and eventually going to move into Wayne County, Perry County, George County here very soon. Thank you. Give me 2 seconds. Sorry. Had 2 things I had to deal with real quick. So, I know there's not a tornado warning for a lot of these areas that are in a severe thunderstorm warning, but you still need to be in your safe spot because I generally don't like being one of those people that's just like safe space, safe space, safe space. I don't like to fear monger, but on a night like tonight, I mean, we've seen areas of rotation along this entire line all night long. Hearing some reports of tornado damage back in Lawrence County for potentially an unwarned, maybe not an unwarned tornado, but definitely a tornado that wasn't put as observed. As we look towards Louisiana, I mean, you have 4 tornado warnings here in a line that's entering our coastal counties down south. This is going to move towards Picayune soon. So if you have anybody down there in Pearl River County or maybe towards Slidell and Bay St. Louis, let them know that it's about to get fairly hairy down there in the next couple of minutes. It looks like the radar's down there. I'm going to move farther up towards Jones County once again because this is what's catching my eye. We're going to play through the debris radar, and luckily for now, I'm not seeing anything on the debris radar just a second. Maybe for a brief second, but there's nothing here that can make me confirm that there was ever a tornado that's touched the ground in Jones County. And so that's a very good thing, and that's what we want to continue to see. But look at that. Oh, wow. That's a tight area of rotation over Pineview and over Lightsey. That's the most impressive area of rotation we have right now. If you're in northern Wayne County, if you're towards Ukiah, you need to be in your safe spot here. That's a very well defined area of rotation that's not tornado warned right now. I know we've been having issues with the radar the last few hours, but look at that. That's as classic as it gets. I mean, what is going on? That is a tight couplet right there. So if you know people in northern Wayne County, and this is an area that's been pelted with tornadoes the last few months. Not last few months, last few years. I know 3 tornadoes in this region in the last 2 to 3 years. So those people have definitely seen it up there. But definitely a tight area of rotation over there near Pineview and near Lightsey right now, moving off towards Ukiah. When is the worst part of this weather expected to fade out? Really, we're going to deal with this the rest of the night until this completely moves out in Mississippi. Yeah, no, this is I think this is an embedded supercell moving through northern Wayne County. It's kind of hard to tell. I expect them to tornado. There it is. There it is. I was talking about that area of rotation there in northern Wayne County. They just issued it right there. That is a tight area of rotation, like I said. I'm going to stick on this one. I think this one might go for a second. That area of rotation looks very impressive. This is over Lightsey, over Pineview, over Pleasant Grove, moving towards Ukiah right now over there in Wayne County. Looking off to the south, I'm not seeing as many tight areas of rotation down there, but that's a new tornado warning for northern Wayne County. Overall, looking from the mobile radar, not seeing too many signs of some tight rotation down there. So that's why I'm going to stick on this tornado warning in Wayne County. Because that area of rotation, that is impressive. And honestly, that might be an area of rotation right there. So let me give you the all clear now for areas behind this line. So like Laurel, you're in the all clear from tornadoes now. Basically, I'd say Lamar County, Marion County, Jeff Davis County, Covington County, Jasper County, you're in the clear at this point. I think you're good now. So if you're anywhere behind this line that we're talking about here, spanning from Wayne County through Hattiesburg, through Picayune, if you're behind this line, your tornado threat's gone. But this is such a tight area of rotation here over Wayne County. I'm very concerned with this. This looks very good on radar. Very concerning on radar, I should say. Once again, if you would rather watch on YouTube, we're live on YouTube right now. But if you could, make sure to like and share the stream. Easiest way for us to get this information out, especially being a smaller upstart weather company. It'd be the easiest way to do this. I know it's the beginning of our tornado season, but man, these storms have been strong today. I'm just going to be honest. These storms have been absolutely strong. Another area of rotation I want to notice is just to the west of Whitfield. This is going to be moving up towards Fox, Monarch, Tullahoma, and up towards Ovett down there in southwestern Jones County. or southeastern, not southwestern, sorry. Very busy night so far. Trying to cover multiple areas of rotation here. There's been a few confirmed tornadoes in Louisiana. I think we might have had one or two confirmed over in southwest Mississippi, but it's really one of those nights where we're not going to have any confirmation on these tornadoes until um, these pass through and we get some word in the morning. Definitely looking like Magnolia State Weather will be out live in the morning doing damage, or doing damage survey. That's what it's looked like we'll be doing right now. But like I said, that area of rotation there in Wayne County, very, very impressive. That's still over Lightsey and Pineview right now, at least looking from the radar there in Mobile. This is now moved to just east of Pleasant Grove Sandersville Road. But honestly, if you're still in Lightsey and Pineview, please stay in your safe space because sometimes a tornado kind of can lag behind rotation. But like I said, if you're in Ucutta, if you're on Ucutta Road, you need to be in your safe space because this is, like I said, one of the most impressive areas of rotation I've seen all night. One of the most obvious, definitely right there. So I'll bring up the planner here as to when to expect this to get to your location. So let's bring that out here. Really, I think this is moving more of northeast. Let's check this storm motion really quickly. Yeah, this is moving directly northeast. Oh yeah, no, it's hard to tell, but I mean, I think there could be a tornado on the ground at any second. This is now between Lightsey and Whistler. There's lots of rotation here trying to form. This is just off now to the west of Pleasant Grove is where that area of rotation is. This is over Van H Road and Grady Butler Drive is where that area of rotation is, and that will be crossing over Ucutta Road here very soon. What are my thoughts on Purvis? Let me check just real quick. If you're in Purvis, I'd stay in your safe spot for about the next 5 minutes. Give me 5 more minutes, and then I think you're good to go there. But look at that area of rotation just between Pleasant Grove and Whistler. So like I said, if you're in northern Wayne County, please stay in your safe spot. I know I'm sounding like a broken record here with safe spot, but genuinely, it's just one of those nights. You know, I personally, I would much rather deal with prefrontal supercells than these cells that are than this straight line that's just producing rotation after rotation. I would much rather deal with the prefrontal supercells. If you're in Shibuya, I would be prepared. You're not in a tornado warning right now, but I would be prepared because this area of rotation is eventually going to move up towards you fairly soon there in southern Clark County. Let's see if we can now get that going here. If this rotation continues on the track that it's on right now, let's zoom in just a little bit. This is basically over Ucutta right now, but this would be towards Shibuya and Hiwani in about 16, let's say about 15 minutes is when that would reach you if this area of rotation continues on. And so really in a night like this, a singular area of rotation is not able to survive for that long, which is why I say across the entire line, be in shelter. Because normally in a night like this, that area of rotation that's there over Whistler is probably not going to make it to Shibuya, but it would be another area of rotation there. If you're in Columbia or Sandy Hook, yes, you're fine. You're behind this line. You're going to be fine there, over there. Question from Myrick. Yes. I mean, you're probably still going to deal with heavy rain, lightning, and maybe some gusty winds, but your severe threat and tornado threats over there in Myrick. New tornado warning. This includes Picayune. includes Nicholson, southern Pearl River County, and then also portions of Hancock County, as well as near Diamond Head and Bay St. Louis. A little farther south. Oh, wow. That's a very, very impressive area of rotation. This is nearing Picayune. Like, straight dead towards Picayune. If you know anyone in Picayune, uh, let them know that there's possibly a tornado heading towards them. Looking at correlation coefficient, not seeing anything just yet. But that's a very tight area of rotation. Very impressive there. Look at that. I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if that's almost a tornado on the ground there near Picayune. Currently not confirmed, but I mean, that's a very nice looking cell right there. The velocity looks very impressive there. So definitely something to watch there that's entering Picayune. Let's look back towards these cells that were a little closer to Ovet now. You have an area of rotation nearing you there in Ovet, but it's kind of hard to see what's going on there. Just be in your safe spot there in Ovet, because really it's hard to tell where exactly these tight areas of rotation are on a night like this. So just stay in your safe spot as the beginning of this line moves towards your area. I know we're all over the place, but there's just so much we have to cover right now. And especially, I keep saying on a night like tonight, but on a night like tonight, it's very hard, and you don't really normally get tight areas of rotation that make it very obvious that there's a tornado with them. Really, the most obvious one right now is here near Picayune. I mean, look at that. Bright reds. You got some inflow here. The grays. This is really tightening up pretty quickly. This is going to head right towards Picayune. The southern portion of Picayune, between Picayune and Nicholson. If you know someone in this area, please tell them to be in their safe spot. This is a very populated area that's about to see these storms. That's a very tight. That's a supercell. You can see it there. This is very concerning on my end. You can see well-defined supercell there. This is about to enter Picayune. Very concerning. This is probably one of the most concerning areas of rotation of the night. You have a tornado warning just south of that over the Lacombe. Luckily, that looks a little weaker as that near Slidell. But this near Picayune is definitely very concerning, to say the least. Luckily, not seeing much on the correlation coefficient, but I want to keep my eye on this one for right now. Looking up a little farther north, I know we still have that area of rotation we're focusing on there in Wayne County. We're jumping around a little bit. Sorry about that. Still got a broad area of rotation. This is now over, just crossed over Ucutta Road. If you're still on Ucutta Road, please stay in your safe spot. This is also over Leonard Street Road, and this is moving off to the northeast towards Hiwani and towards Shabuda. But then you also have another area of rotation between Ucutta and Shabuda at that point, which is why I say if you're in that tornado warning, please be in your safe space. This is the most obvious area of rotation, and this is why I want to stick with it here to the west of Picayune, because this is about to cross into a very highly populated area there. If I take this and see how many minutes away we are, I mean, this will be crossing into Picayune within the next 5 minutes. But look at that. That's a very tight area of rotation. I mean, it doesn't get almost any more textbook than that in a squall line. I would not be shocked if this drops a tornado in any second. So the correlation coefficient, luckily, this is our debris radar. Normally what you look for is a ball of blue. If we see a ball of blue, that normally shows debris being lofted. Yeah, so if you're there in Purvis, you're talking about how it's mainly falling through and your risk is gone. So normally it's going to take the National Weather Service a second to get rid of a tornado watch. So if you've been through the front end of this squall line, like if you've gone through the worst stuff, just know you're basically done after that worst part passes. You might still be under a tornado watch, but that's just simply because it takes a minute for them to get rid of a tornado watch for a while. So just know that. Continue to watch this area in northern Wayne County. Please stay in your safe spots. This has now reached, let's see, this has now reached, let's see, where is this near? Leonard Road, Curtis Williams Road is kind of where that area of rotation is. Trying to give you some roads here, but I think we're really playing around with two evident tornado spots right now. One of those being Picayune, and then another one of those being up in Wayne County. So luckily, this is going to begin moving out of our area here very soon. In case you're new here, the reason why we're covering some Louisiana parishes is because with Magnolia State weather, we're kind of cutting off portions of northern Mississippi now, and we're focusing on kind of the I-20 corridor south, and we're including the 8 Florida parishes of Louisiana, which are the parishes between the Mississippi River and the Mississippi state line, because those parishes go through all the weather that basically moves into Mississippi, and that's why we're covering them there. So still those 2 tornado warnings. Luckily, it looks like maybe that area of rotation has broadened out for that Picayune storm. But overall, if you're still in this tornado warning, specifically there in Picayune, please stay in your safe spot. Overall, we still have that severe thunderstorm warning for all of Wayne County, for northern Greene County, and for northern Perry County. That's because tornadoes are still possible. So if you ever read into a severe thunderstorm warning, it says tornado possible on it. Not a lot of people know that's called a tornado possible tag on a severe thunderstorm warning. Simply means that across a squall line, that we kind of don't know when exactly a tornado is going to form, so you need to kind of be in your safe spot when that line moves through. But also 70-mile-an-hour winds with this system as it moves through us here in South Mississippi and in portions of Louisiana. I hope all you are still safe, still monitoring this area of rotation in Wayne County, because honestly, it has not died down. I know we have a lot of people that watch from Wayne County. Do we have any reports of any damage in either Jones or Wayne County right now? Please put it in the chat or send it to me if you can. I know I don't have a lot of extra resources to look into anything. But if you send me a message about any damage, please let me know, because that would be the easiest way for us to know if anything has happened here in Mississippi or in Louisiana. Luckily, that area of rotation that was nearing Picayune has now come and gone. That's very good. That's what we like to see. So I think we're gonna shift our focus here to the area of rotation here in northern Wayne County. And so that area of rotation is now basically over Gatlin Road, as well as Waller Ridge Road in Wayne County. And this is going to move up towards Hillany and towards Shibuya here in the next few minutes. And so that's where we're sitting now, really only one major area of rotation. So here's what it looks like to me personally. So it looks like the line might have strengthened a little farther west than what was expected. And so what's actually happening now is this line might be weakening a little farther west than was expected as well. So hopefully this line begins weakening here very soon. And luckily, it's looking like this will completely be out of our area here in the next probably hour and a half, 2 hours is when this will completely move out. But still not completely out of the woods just yet for most people in the Pine Belt. Still, area of rotation basically in the community of West King, Moving up towards Hiwanee, this is about the crossover US Highway 45 here in the next few minutes in northern Wayne County. For the most part, any reports wind-wise across the area, like for anyone that's gone through this line, like how strong were the winds with this system? Like, I mean, did it feel like you were getting shaken around? Do you have power flashes? Like, what are we seeing whenever this line went through? I would love to get some comments on that here in the chat. Probably the easiest way for us to know what the exact impacts are with this. Let's see if we can get damage reports on here real quick. Let's see. Storm reports. Let's retry this. Yep, we do have. Oh, we have plenty of storm reports here now. Let's look through some of these. Out in Bassfield, multiple trees and power lines down across Jefferson Davis County. A roof was blown off of a car wash in Bassfield. Possible tornado. So remember whenever there was that rotation over Bassfield, I said looked like a tornado? Looks like that might have touched down. So if that did happen, I'm going to give myself a pat on the back if that happened. But still devastating there in Bassfield. Hopefully everyone's okay. Multiple trees down on Highway 589 and Highway 98 in Lamar County. This is in Bellevue. Basically there at the 98 589 intersection. Power line down on Purvis Olo Road in Lamar County. Looking through all these reports. Lots of reports out there in Franklin County and in southwestern Mississippi in general. Numerous trees down in Lincoln County and power roads near Ruth. Tree lines and power lines down near Franklin. Couple of trees and power lines down in Lincoln. Let's see. Possible tornado southeast of Smithdale, Mississippi. Hearing some reports from some stuff in Lawrence County. I'm going to wait to report any about that. Devastating situation as this severe weather has moved through our area. I personally thought that maybe the risk was a bit higher than a slight risk, if I'm going to be honest. At least for the damaging winds, really. I mean, it's been a very rough night across South Mississippi, I think, if we're just going to be honest. The threat did not materialize across North Mississippi. All of Mississippi was under a slight risk today. Nothing happened up in North Mississippi, but man, have we gotten the weather here in South Mississippi and in portions of Louisiana. It has been a rough night, to say the least. So, still area of rotation kind of weak over Picayune right now. Kind of trying to look at it. I mean, you still got a kind of hook there, but overall, looks like that area of rotation has broadened out for the most part. Let's try to look at it from the mobile radar. Mobile radar still shows maybe some light rotation there, but nothing to really cause concern. This Waynesboro cell's kind of in such a weird spot that, I mean, you still have that broad rotation there. This has probably been rotating for a while. But overall, this is now about to cross over Hiwanee and Highway 45 here very soon. So I would be in your safe spot there. Yes, Smithdale is clear for the night. New area of rotation here. This is between Millard and New Camp Rowlands, kind of just off of Highway or Interstate 59. So this one's not in a warning or anything. But definitely a area of rotation there south of Poplarville. Curious to see if they do anything with that. That's in a severe thunderstorm warning with a tornado possible tag and 60-mile-an-hour winds. Now, they just issued a new severe thunderstorm warning. This includes Wiggins, so all of Stoughton County, southern Perry County, portions of Greene County, and portions of George County. And that's for a tornado being possible and 60-mile-an-hour wind. And so that's what we're sitting with there. So tornado possible there. Be ready for anything if you just got placed into that severe thunderstorm warning. Still looking up to the north towards Wayne County. Rotation, still broad rotations crossing over Highway 45 right now. One of those situations where it's just impossible to know if there's a tornado in there or not. If you have any pictures or any questions, feel free to send them in. I know it's been a long night across the area night. Trying to see if I got any more storm reports. Let's go down here to Louisiana. Look at some of these storm reports we've been having. Outside of Kentwood, trees down along State Route 1061 and JT Connerly Road. We also have trees reported down on Louisiana 10 and South River Road near Roseland, Louisiana. Possible tornado. Just north of Amite City in Tangipahoa Parish. Trees down on Commercial Street and Roseland Avenue in Roseland. Southeast of Montpelier, Louisiana. Power lines down, possible tornado. In Hammond, Louisiana, trees down along Yoakum Road and I-12 Service Road in Hammond. And then also outside of Springfield, Louisiana, trees down on Macedonia Road. And so that's what we're dealing with there. New tornado warning. This includes portions of southwestern St. Tammany Parish and also southern Hancock County. And so that includes the Pearl River State Wildlife Management Area, includes portions of Slidell. This is over Alton and Magnolia Forest. And this is going to quickly move off to the southeast over the Pearl River State Wildlife Management Area, towards Logtown, towards Pearlington, and then also towards the Stennis Space Center. But definitely a very obvious area of rotation over Alton, St. Joe, and Magnolia Forest. And this is about to cross over Interstate 59. This is right near that Interstate 59 I-12 corridor where those two interstates meet. So that area of rotation is right there. And that's a fairly obvious area of rotation, if we're going to be honest, moving off to the southeast. Looking at reflectivity, I mean, still got a hook there with this cell, so definitely something to watch, but new tornado warning there. And so if you're north of Slidell in these communities that are in this tornado warning, you need to be in your safe spot with that one. Luckily, I don't think we're seeing any confirmed reports of a tornado right now. Definitely some large hail going on just south of Shibuda over Hiwanee in Wayne County. Definitely looks like we're getting some hail in there and some damaging winds. Overall, still, storms definitely rotating as they're moving through northern Wayne County and also portions of southern Clark County, if I'm going to be honest. Remember, if you have any damage reports, any pictures, really could be anything. Make sure to DM Magnolia State Weather, direct message our account, or join the Facebook group, which is Magnolia State Weather Community. You can send in any damage stuff, and that'll help us get that information out. So that's where we're sitting. That rotation in Wayne County. right now that has already crossed over Highway 45. But if you're in Waynesboro, it should start going downhill there here very soon. We've had a lot of new people tonight. I know the live stream got up to roughly 100 people at one time. In case you don't know who I am, because I don't have anything here, I'm student meteorologist Ashton Champion Jr. at Mississippi State, founder of Magnolia State Weather. We have two other people that work with us. One of them's one of my dear friends who's also a junior meteorology major. His name's Jake. He's in Florida right now. And then the other one's Hudson. He's a sophomore. But they're all off for spring break right now. So unfortunately, we had this event come through, and I had, at least Jacob came around. Jacob's a real OG. He helped me out a good bit here with the weather that we've been having. But anyway, still, you need to be in your safe spot, especially if you're over Boyce. Let's say you're near Tokyo in Wayne County, but also still a very tight area of rotation in Waynesboro right now. I would love to get a camera on this to see what's going on there. And I say tight area of rotation. I mean, we're constantly seeing some things spin up little by little, but definitely something there near the Highway 84, Highway 45 crossing, but also definitely something out here near Pleasant Grove, Chaparral Road, and Oilfield Road out there in Wayne County. Next up, we're going to go a little farther south, back here to these two tornado warnings that are near Slidell. Still a tight area of rotation over Magnolia Forest. Let's switch over to the correlation coefficient for now. What do we have here? Let's hope that's not debris being lofted. Give me 1 second to check this out, actually. It looked like that could have been, yeah, I think that might be debris being lofted. Yeah, that lines up. That's a tornado on the ground. We just had a tornado hit basically at Magnolia Forest, at Morgan Bluff, and at Rivertown Addition. That looks like a small tornado just hit. Definitely looks like a small tornado just hit. It perfectly goes up like a tornado would, kind of to the north. Curious to see if that gets confirmed. That would be hitting several houses and maybe some trees even there, as it's crossing over the Pearl River now. You can kind of see why. Yep, observed tornado. Yep, I just said I saw it on correlation coefficient. I was right. Confirmed tornado there. This is nearing Pearlington, Mississippi, but right now this is over Morgan Bluff. I think this is about to cross over the Pearl River, but this is moving just north of Slidell. So yep, confirmed tornado on the ground. That's what it looked like from correlation coefficient. And I can confirm that's a tornado on the ground. This is over Morgan Bluff, Rivers Garden, Hickory Hills, Riverview Addition. This is about to move into the Pearl River State Wildlife Management Area, but then we'll be crossing Interstate 10, and then we'll be crossing over Logtown as it nears Pearlington, Mississippi. If this continues on at this rate in this direction, it might make impact towards Waveland and towards Bay St. Louis. There in Jackson County, not Jackson County, in Hancock and in Harrison counties. Going to go back up here towards Waynesboro. Here's what we're looking at velocity. And I know we're not looking at your classic reflectivity. So we're not looking at your classic radar looking like this, where heavier rain is red, maybe purple. But overall, really on a night like this, we don't really need to know how heavy it's raining. It's good to look out for storm structure. But overall, what we really need to be looking at is the velocity and the correlation coefficient, because that's going to tell us what's happening. So sorry if it's kind of confusing for you to know what's going on. I understand that, but we need to be looking at these correlation coefficient and velocity scans. I'm actually going to put both up here. So what we're going to do here is we're going to look at our double view here. And so here's what we're going to do. On the left-hand side, is your velocity. On the right-hand side is your correlation coefficient. And so these are looking at the same thing. These are looking at the same location. So like this location here is right here on this side. So it's not lined up perfectly, but you get the gist. And so you see an obvious area of rotation here, and then you see debris being lofted here, meaning that these line up. That's a tornado on the ground. Looking a little farther north, we have an area of rotation. Here, we look over to the correlation coefficient, not really seeing much of anything over there. We then look up towards Waynesboro, where we see areas of rotation, but luckily no debris being lofted. And I know this view is a little confusing, but it's the easiest way for me to get the data I need to see to be able to warn you as effectively as I can. Looks like I might be getting help again. New tornado warning actually on that cell I was just looking at. You remember that cell a few minutes ago I was saying that was kind of in the middle of nowhere crossing over 59? They just tornado warned that. This includes northern Hancock County and extreme southeastern Pearl River County. This includes Highway 53. This area of rotation is basically on the county line at Anner Road and at Anner Road. And so that's moving off to the east. This will eventually go towards Highway 53. I'm going to move off of that double view we were just looking at. And so that's what we're seeing there. Testing Gollaby, you got me? And so that's what we're sitting with there. Gollaby, can I get a sound check on you? Maybe 1 second, stream. I guess not. Okay, let me pull back up the live stream real quick. Okay. Yeah, I got you. I got you. All right. Still, area of rotation just off in now. This is eastern Wayne County. This is about to completely move out into Alabama, and so by time whenever it crosses into Alabama, we'll stop putting attention on it. But if you're in Emory or in Isney, Alabama, know that this is about to move towards you. This area of rotation basically over Mathersville Frost Bridge Road right now. So if you're still there in northeastern Wayne County, I would suggest staying in your safe spot. Now, a little farther south, still got this new tornado warning there. This is for a rotation that's in northern Hancock County. And so that's moving off to the east. This is kind of over woods for the most part, but I know there's some residential areas out here. So if you're on Spears Road or Spires Road, however that's pronounced, that is basically over you right now. So if you're in this tornado warning, please be in that interior room. This is going to cross over Highway 53 very soon near Necase and near Crane Creek. Sorry. Let's look back towards that confirmed tornado. It looks like they have now taken away the observed tornado tag. So they knew that there was a tornado that hit over there near Slidell, Louisiana. But overall now that is over woods and it's probably broadened out. And luckily, hopefully not on the ground anymore as it crosses over the Pearl River State Wildlife Management Area. And so now we have another tornado warning just north of that we've been looking at. This is over Flat Top. This will move towards Catahoula and Weehee on Mississippi Highway 43 here very soon in Hancock County. So that area of rotation, looking at the correlation coefficient here, and I know you're seeing me move over a lot. Not seeing anything with that, so that's good. But the reason I'm flipping around so much on the radar here is because that's the easiest way for me to see a lot of information quickly. So I'm sorry that we're not staying on one thing for you, the viewer, but as me, the meteorology student, it helps me see all the information I need to see as soon as possible so that I can relay it to you. And so basically, you get to see into my brain and see what I'm thinking in regards to these cells. Another area of rotation, that one that we were just talking about, that was newly tornado warned, fairly tight as it's nearing Highway 53 just to the north of Nacase. This is over Nacase Anna Road and over, let's see, Jordan Road there in northern Hancock County. If you know anybody there, they definitely need to be in their safe spot. That looks like a tight area of rotation about the crossover Highway 53 right now. Okay, thank you. Anyways, new severe thunderstorm warning issued. This includes Butler, Alabama, and northern Chatham, Alabama. That's for Choctaw County, Washington County, or Choctaw and Washington counties there in Alabama, and that includes a tornado being possible and potentially damaging winds. We're going to look at some damage reports in Jones County here soon after some of these storms die off here in just a second. Overall, northern Wayne County, you're about to get out of it. Still a little bit of rotation nearing the Emory community there in Alabama. But if you just hold in there in northwestern Wayne County here for just a few more minutes, this will be out of there. Looks like that rotation has now moved out of northwestern or northeastern. I keep getting my stuff backwards. Sorry about that. That rotation has now moved into Emory, Alabama. For southern Wayne County, you're not done with it just yet, but just hold in there. Overall, lots of severe thunderstorm warnings across still the Pine Belt area and into coastal Mississippi. If you're in a severe thunderstorm warning that has a tornado possible tag, you still need to be ready to hunker down and be ready for the worst, even though you're not in a tornado warning. Storm spotter reporting multiple trees down near Laurel, Mississippi. Highway 15 impassable due to fallen trees. Possible tornado there in Jones County. This is actually in Laurel, if I'm going to be honest. This is in Laurel city limits. It says Glade on the report, but this is in Laurel. This is right off of Highway 15. This is on Highway 15, just south of Interstate 59. So that's what we're seeing there. Definitely going to be interesting to go see that. Jacob, me and you might need to go out and look at some stuff here in a little bit. Can't get the drone out. It's too it's no light out. Maybe tomorrow. Just try not to get caught. Okay. So still, you got those 3 tornado warnings there in Pearl River County. That tornado warning in Wayne County is now gone. I want to look at one more debris or one more damage indicator. Moss, Mississippi, and Jasper County. Tree down along Highway 20 or County Road 23. That's where we're sitting at there. So now we're going to focus on these tornado warnings down in Pearl River County. So only a little bit longer to go for our areas in southern Mississippi, which I know this is just now moving into Hancock County, but overall, I'd say, what, are we going to be done with this in about an hour, Jacob? I think. Yeah, I think this will be almost moved out of here in about the next hour. Yeah. So we're going to continue to monitor this line as it goes through our coastal counties. That's one area we're still trying to get a following at, is definitely the Gulf Coast. And so we're going to continue to watch these as they move through Pearl River County. and well, they're moved through Pearl River County already, as they move through Hancock County and then Harrison County and then finally um, Jackson County over in southeastern Mississippi. Really, I consider that a whole different region. Um, I more refer to the six coastal counties of Mississippi as the coastal counties. Um, southeastern Mississippi is more of the Pine Belt region for me. But anyways, um, so we have those tornado warnings here. I'm not seeing anything on velocity really right now. Maybe some broad rotation there. We have going over. Um, I mean, this is just southwest of Nicase now, south of Crane Creek. Still moving off to the southeast towards Sellers. So if you're in Sellers, be in your safe spot. But definitely still an interesting area of rotation near Weehee. Moving off to the east southeast, heading towards Highway 43. So that's where we're sitting right now. Luckily, what we're seeing here is it actually looks like this. Um, Jacob, you can correct me if I'm wrong, and I know y'all can't hear Jacob, but he's in my ear. I just want a second opinion on that. This definitely looks like this line has been weakening over the last 30 minutes. Luckily, it looks like um, this line got really strong about an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours before we were expecting. But luckily, what it looks like now is this line might be weakening here, um, fairly fast. I mean, because I'm looking in southern Wayne County. Those storms aren't looking too impressive anymore, which is good. That's what we want to see. But man, we were going through it there for a while. I mean, as that moved through Jones County and into the Hattiesburg area, man, this storm was going off the rails. And I think it's just the beginning. I think there's a lot more. I think there's a lot more to this story than we know for now. And so after we get done with live coverage, I'll be able to get a lot more information on that, especially as we do our reports tomorrow. Because yeah, it looks like I'll be busy tomorrow looking around at some stuff. Um, and so one thing that's very good is like I'm still gonna say you need to stay in your safe spots for these areas that are still in severe thunderstorm warnings because I don't doubt the fact that we could still see a spin up. I mean, there's an area of rotation basically over um portions of. I mean, that's over Camp Shelby right now, isn't it? Yeah, there's an area of rotation over Camp Shelby right now. Um, I believe that's Camp Shelby out there on 29. This is outside of Brooklyn, south of New Augusta. Uh, Area of rotation there over Camp Shelby right now. But overall, for the most part, these cells look way weaker than they did earlier. Honestly, I think the Storm Prediction Center kind of nailed it with the wind risk today. I honestly still think this should have probably been an enhanced risk. Um, Maybe not for tornadoes, but just for the damaging wind threat that we've had across the area. Because I mean, this line packed a punch. New tornado warning over Camp Shelby. Wow, I gotta just stop. I gotta stop naming places. Area of rotation over Camp Shelby right now. This is moving off to the east towards Leaf and towards McLean. Um, if you know where Camp Shelby is, I mean, if you're in this area, you know where Camp Shelby is, where the training base is. This is basically over Camp Shelby right now, over the community of Oak Grove there in southern Perry County. And this will be moving off to the east into southeastern Greene County and southwestern Greene County and northwestern George County. And so that's that new tornado warning that expires in 24 minutes. We'll see what comes of that. Not really worried about those 3 tornado warnings anymore that's down there in Hancock County. Those look fairly weak now. And so attention's now going to focus to this area of rotation here over Camp Shelby. Let's now change over to our correlation coefficient. You remember with the correlation coefficient, we look for a ball of blue. I mean, it could be green. Green usually shows a light amounts of debris, but usually we look for a circle of blue on the radar. Luckily, we're not seeing that right now, but generally we're going to have to wait a scan or two before we see anything with that. So for now, not seeing anything there. I want to play this forward and kind of show you what's going on with this line. This line is just, I'd say racing off to the east. It's moving fairly quickly. I think, what is it at right now, Jacob? 50 miles per hour? I'm not sure what it's at. Let's see what we're at. Let's see, moving east at 30 miles an hour. So yeah, this line has slowed down over the past little bit. Whenever we were over Jones County, this thing was moving. So here's what we're going to look at here. We're about to look at some power outages here soon, because I know that this system has definitely taken out power across the state of Mississippi. So here's what we're going to look at. I mean, Lawrence County is what I immediately go to. 91% of Lawrence County out of power. I mean, I'm no genius here, but I think Lawrence County seriously got hit by a tornado somewhere. I know you can get power outages without tornadoes, but I mean, I'm hearing some reports of some things happening in Lawrence County that I can't say, I can't confirm, so I'm not going to. But I've seen several reports or heard multiple reports out of Lawrence County. So definitely have those people in your prayers there in Lawrence County. I'll look over just to the east. Lincoln County, 21% of the county out, 4,000 outages there. Franklin County, 19% of the county out, 1,000 outages. Wilkinson County, 11% of the county out, 600 outages. Amite County, 4,200 customers out, 46% of the county. Pike County, 6,000 customers out, roughly 28% of the county out. Walthall County, 17% of the county out. If I could get that video, if I could get that video of the Lawrence County storm, that'd be great. 16% of the county out there in Marion. 4% of Lamar County out, 1,300 residents. 6% of Pearl River County out, 2,000 residents. Jones County right now, 15% of the county out, but 5,500 residents out of power there in Jones County. So overall, lots of power outages across here in Mississippi. And so I'm going to move over to Louisiana as well right now. I was already ahead of you on that. And so if we look at Louisiana, we talk about our Florida parishes here. And so our Florida parishes are these 8 parishes north of the river, which is West Valenciana, East Valenciana, St. Helena, Tangipahoa, Washington, St. Tammany, Livingston, and East Baton Rouge and West Baton Rouge parishes. I know it says counties on this, which is really funny, but these are parishes. West Valenciana parish, 23% of the parish out, 15,000 or 1,500 customers out. East Valenciana, 3,500 customers out, roughly 33%, a third of the parish out. St. Helena, 1,700 outages, 24% of the parish out. Tangipahoa Parish, over 11,000 customers out, roughly 15%. Washington Parish, a little over 4,000 out, 16%. St. Tammany Parish, about 3,400 out. That's only about 2% of the parish. But yeah, lots of outages we're seeing here across Mississippi and Louisiana. So anyways, we continue to look at this rotation that was just over Camp Shelby. Looks like that rotation is weakened just a little bit, which is good. It's what we want to see, but still got to watch it here as this moves towards I mean, it's about to move over mostly woods. Like actually, there's not a single road out here in uh, southeastern Perry County. So that's good that that rotation's about to move into mostly wooded areas. But still, this is going to move eventually into either southern George or southern Greene County or northern George County. So that's something we got to watch. Overall, these tornado warnings are going to be allowed to expire down here in Hancock County. Not seeing anything with that. So I think at this point, we need to try to see if we got a video here from. Do you have anything from that Lawrence County storm? Let's see if I can get anything here. See if anyone tagged us. So I have a lot of sources in Jones County. We're hearing trees down basically along Highway 15, anywhere from Laurel down all the way to Tucker's Crossing. So sounding like lots of trees down on Highway 15 there, and I can only imagine that's across most of Jones County. We saw that was really, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. I think that was basically almost where the line was the strongest for the whole night, was as it was going through central Jones County. I'd say just Jones County as a whole, really. That looked to be probably some of the strongest of the night. Ignoring Louisiana, I think Louisiana's definitely got hit the hardest tonight. Maybe over towards Lawrence County where they had a potential tornado or two. Uh, but I mean, we've seen it. This system got really strong over Lawrence County. Oh, sorry. Really strong over Lawrence County, really strong over Tangipahoa Parish, and then also got really strong over Jones County. And so that's what we're seeing right now. Hmm. Sorry, I got the hiccups now. Let's see if anyone could tag me with that Lawrence County video. That'd be great. Um, Not seeing anything from any confirmed sources. All right. Trying to see what we know here. Um, let's see. Is that in Lawrence County? Yeah. So yeah, we had a tornado apparently go through Lawrence County. Um, yeah, getting reports of a tornado going through Lawrence County. Um, Seeing some sources reporting a fatality, but I cannot confirm that right now, so I'm not going to. I know I just said it on the live stream, but um, that's what I'm hearing. But I cannot confirm that, so I'm not going to go around spreading false information. Um, apparently, this tornado was in JS in southern Loris County, is what we're hearing. Um, that's what I'm hearing right now. So I think that's a confirmed tornado down there uh, in JS, Mississippi, in southern Lawrence County. Gonna see if there's many reports of this. I'm not seeing anything right now. Let's see what I can get here. think that's in southern. Yeah, JS is right there in southern or southwestern Lawrence County. Um, so apparently JS General Storm was hit in JS Mississippi in southern Lawrence County. I'm hearing some reports of some injuries and maybe a fatality, but I cannot confirm that, so I'm not going to post anything about that. I know some social media pages have been posting that, but also social media pages are going to do social media things without confirmation. So I'm going to avoid confirming that until I get a confirmed source. Interesting. Oh, oh, what did I just do? Whoops. Sorry, trying to get something figured out. I think for the most part, I mean, most of the tornado threat is gone, but it's not zero for sure. Which is why we're continuing to um, what we can get here. Because apparently it was a pretty nasty situation there in Lawrence County. I know a lot of people were out of power there in Lawrence County. Seems like they got hit really hard. Definitely something we're gonna have to look at. Jacob, do you work tomorrow? That sucks. Thinking about taking a trip over to Lawrence County. That's what the plan is eventually. Maybe if I got the Starlink put together tomorrow. So that's where we're sitting at right now. Not calling the live stream just yet because there's no reason to yet. Uh, severe thunderstorm warning extended into Harrison County for a tornado possible and 60-mile-an-hour winds. Well, I've also been talking about nothing. And so that's what we're seeing for now. If you're in Wayne County, you basically have the all clear now. New tornado warning there in Alabama, but that's not cause of our concern right now. Still, this tornado warning, though, uh, in southern Perry County is what we're focusing on for now. Two areas of rotation here. Really, one of those is moving into southern George or southern Greene County. The other one's about to move into northern George County. Hearing that there's damage south of Taylorsville, it's not far from here. I could believe it. That's where the northern portion of that line was. Jacob, after we get done with the storm, we need to try to. I mean, if you want to go out and get some stuff and see what you can find, that'll be great. But I'll also probably make my way. Yeah, I think we'll be done before too long. Yeah, let's give it a little bit longer, just because. There's multiple trees down in your yard and neighbor's yard with two power lines in your neighborhood will probably need replaced. Yeah, no. Lawrence County got hit hard. Like the fact that 92% of the county's out is just that's that's some high numbers. That's some really high numbers. I'm trying to get any information we can here. Um, but overall, not seeing much for now. Trying to see what I can get. Where are you getting that from? So, what was that report, Jacob? Uh, 10, 10 roofed off of chicken houses in Pleasant Grove. I'm assuming that's in Wayne County. All right. All right. Thank you for that report. We just got some more damage or more storm reports in. One in Collins, trees down in Covington County, power lines down on Dosh Road in Seminary, multiple trees down near Lone Star. What I just saw. Luckily, it really does look like this line has weakened fairly quickly. That's a blessing, honestly. That's where we're sitting at right now. So can confirm JS General Store for the most part is fine, but part of the roof is gone and everyone is safe there. So that's very good there in what we're hearing from them. So very good news there that they're okay. Unfortunate for the roof, but I mean, definitely good to see that we're good. Hmm. So that's how we're sitting there. So that's how we are there. Still area of rotation there. I mean, in southeastern Perry County, and that's about to move into the either southern Greene County or northern George County. But overall, that area of rotation has kind of been weakening for the last little bit. So that's where we've been with that. So that's how we're with that. Luckily, looks like this weather might be really. I mean, we might be mostly done with this at this point. I mean, you might get an occasional spin up with this, but tornado warning expires in 4 minutes. But overall, after that expires, I don't know if we'll get another meaningful tornado warning across Mississippi for the rest of the night. Maybe for a spin up that, maybe for a quick little spin up area of rotation, but it'll really be questionable on if it'll hold together. And so that's where we're at with that right now. Gonna let this last tornado warning expire, and then we might be done for the night because I mean, historic night for Magnolia State weather to say the least. What number did we peak there? I saw 80. I think we got higher. Oh yeah, no, we beat that. But overall, been a great live stream today. I'm so thankful for everyone that tuned in for us right now. Still multiple severe thunderstorm warnings for gusty winds. But honestly, I mean, this thing's tearing itself apart at this point. Like it just does not look impressive anymore. Um, at least not to how it was earlier. Just really thankful for everyone that showed up for the live stream today. That was great. Just trying to see where we're at with that. Um, yeah, we'll have to look at the statistics later. New tornado warning. This includes southern Greene County and most of George County. Lucedale included in this. I know we have several people watching. I know we have several people watching from Lucedale, so definitely need to keep this one going. We were about to be able to go off air, but looks like that will not happen. So here we look at this storm now moving into George County. And so this includes the city of Lucedale, includes Avent, Merrill, Bexley, Bendale, Riversview Estates, Crossroads, and Central. That's all in northern George County. So we'll continue to look at that going on for right now. That's moving off to the east at about 30 miles an hour. Well, should say the east-southeast at about 30 miles per hour. Overall, whoa. Hello? Oh, we're back. Okay. Don't know what just happened there. Sorry to everybody. Um, just completely went black for a second. New tornado warning down on the coast. This is basically over Diamond Head right now. This includes Bay St. Louis, Pass Christian, and Long Beach. That is for, I mean, it's still in Hancock County, but this is moving into Harrison County down there on the Gulf Coast. I'll delete that if you can. Look in the chat. Thank you. I guess I can't delete it. I don't know what's going on. So 2 tornado warnings now. One for Bay St. Louis, Diamond Head, Long Beach. That's what we're sitting at right there in southern Harrison County. Overall, broad area of rotation, but definitely something to watch there for those coastal cities. This is about to move over the Bay of St. Louis. To the north, we look at that storm that's moving into George County. Luckily, no debris being lofted there. Very good seeing that. Oh, what a night it's been. Oh, that's good. That area of rotation they were looking at that they tornado warned the entirety of George County for looks terrible. I'm gonna be honest, if you're in George County and you just got a tornado warning from that, this does not look all that great in terms of rotation. Seems like maybe a tornado warning was issued a little too early on that one. Overall, I mean, still broad area of rotation, but I'm not seeing anything at all, especially looking at the radar for that storm that's in George County. Overall, still though, for the coast, tornado possible down there with a tornado warning. Special marine warning for the waters between New Orleans and Gulfport. So if you're out there on the water, that is for, let's see, wind gust up to 40 knots. That includes Cat Island, what? Cat Island, Bay St. Louis, Waveland, uh, Long Beach, and Pass Christian down there. Jaden, thank you for the stars. It really means a lot, especially with starting up. I thank you for that. But yes, still tornado warning there. This is basically over the Bay of St. Louis right now, entering into Bay St. Louis, Waveland, and past Christian right now. But also watching that tornado warning that's up there. That includes George County. But really, I mean, this area, this tornado warning that was just issued for northern George County. I mean, this does not read tornado at all. Like, it's just not there. I'm gonna be honest. Like, even looking at radar, you can see. I mean, where did my epic pin go? Bring back epic pin. Even looking at this, if I can draw here, like the area of rotation would be somewhere here, but you already have an outflow boundary that's all the way over here across Highway 57. So overall, just looking at radar here, whenever you have a situation like this where you already have lots of precipitation out ahead of the line, um, normally that's just that's just not a good sign in terms of tornado development. So um, I think you're still good there in George County. Stream coming back. So then looking there for that tornado warning that includes portions of the coast. Um, Continue to watch that one. Broad area of rotation crossing the Bay of St. Louis right now. And so that's what we're seeing for now. So if you're in Pass Christian, in Long Beach, in Bay St. Louis, or in the Bay of St. Louis, just know broad area of rotation there. Tornado warning for you. So be in that interior room. But then the other tornado warning is up there in George County. But overall, that area of rotation does not look impressive. Overall, still some severe thunderstorm warnings lingering. Like, really, like if you're in Wiggins, you're fine. If you're in Southern Perry County, you're fine now. Don't know why they haven't cut off those severe thunderstorm warnings. But that's what we're seeing for now. Really, this storm's been weakening for the last while. Kind of was shocked they issued these tornado warnings, if I'm going to be honest. Which I guess National Weather Service there in New Orleans has been just going at it tonight with the tornado warnings. Yeah, National Weather Service in New Orleans issued that one down there for the coast. Not sure really which ones they have and which ones Mobile has. Got a new damage indicator, or not damage indicator, new storm report. Roof blown off of a house in Grady Slade Road in Southern Forest County. That's off of Highway 13. That's way down there in Forest County. So definitely something interesting happening there. I'm gonna refresh the things here soon. Likelihood of a tornado watch over Alabama, portions of Georgia, and the Panhandle of Florida. Go ahead and get rid of that because that doesn't really pertain to us here. Overall, wow. Definitely do not. I definitely do not regret having the setup during spring break. For the severe weather setup. For anyone tuning in, I know we had lots of people throughout the night tonight. This is not normally our live streaming setup. Normally we have a lot more monitors to work with and everything, but it's spring break, so we kind of just have to do with what we have. I have a laptop and a screen and a TV right now. And so that's what we're playing with right now across for us. Overall, that area of rotation, I mean, is it just me, Jacob, or it does not look like anything now in Bay St. Louis? The area of rotation's basically gone there in Bay St. Louis, and if we play it back, I mean, That storm just doesn't look good. I'm actually going to be able to pull a camera up here. I know we have a camera down there somewhere. And so here's what I'll say, at least for those two tornado warnings currently, um, they don't look all that impressive in terms of rotation right now. I'm gonna see if we have anything on these cameras down there. Um, it doesn't look like actually we do. We have a sky cam here um, in D'Iberville, but unfortunately it doesn't look like I have. Yeah, I can't use that one. We don't have rights to that one, unfortunately. So that's how we're sitting there. I guess I could show this camera in Wiggins. Yeah, I could use this camera in Wiggins. Um, here's what it looks like in Wiggins right now. This is courtesy of the Stone County EMA. Can't really see too much going on here, but um, you're going to see lots of lightning here in Wiggins over the next little bit. I mean, it is just an electric storm there in Stone County. At least it was until I flipped it on. Is that a... What is that down there flickering, that blue? I'm assuming there's something down there because it almost looks like a transformer exploding down there in the corner. Definitely something interesting. Must just be a blue light down there. But this is what it looks like in Stone County. Overall, not as much lightning as soon as I switched over to the camera, but definitely some rain falling still there over in Stone County. I'll move back over to the radar now. Overall, we don't have really amazing cameras on this. Maybe some MDOT cameras. Let's try that. Let's see if we have any MDOT cams on this. Let's go with a camera here near Gulfport. Let's just see if we can get any cameras here looking into this. See if we can see anything at all. Any good cameras? Oh, here we go. Okay, here we go. Here's a camera near Gulfport. Skycam near Gulfport. Um, Warning, it's very shaky. So these are going to be outflow winds from these storms that are near Gulfport. So this camera's actually right ahead of this line. So if there's any lightning here, you're going to be able to see it here fairly soon. This camera is shaky, and I'm guessing it's getting fairly windy down there on the coast. If I flip over to velocity, I know y'all can't see it, but overall, the velocity on this storm not looking all that impressive anymore on those storms down there at the coast. The Lucedale storm, not even seeing anything in terms of rotation on that one. And so luckily, it looks like maybe this might be moving out of here completely before too long. So that's how we're sitting there. I'll bring back up the radar here. I mean, just looking at velocity, new tornado warning. This is for southern Greene County. I was kind of eyeing this one down. Looks like a little kink in the line, so I don't really blame them for issuing this one in southern Greene County. This includes Leakesville, includes Vernal, and includes Highway 63. So new tornado warning there, and I'll bring this back up on the radar here. It'd be nice if we had a camera over here, but I don't think we probably do. But new tornado warning. This is basically over Gatling Creek Road and Green Lodge Road. Definitely a kink in the radar here. Switching back over to velocity. See a broad area of rotation with this one as it moves off to the east. If this continues on, it might impact Leakesville. Kind of hard to tell exactly where this one will move. But if it continues off to the east, this will impact Vernal and will eventually cross over Highway 63 here before too long. See if I can get anything here on that storm. I don't know if we have any cameras up there. We camera in Leaksville, but that's not going to show us anything, unfortunately. I'm gonna keep the sky cam up here. Looking in Gulfport here before too long. We'll keep that one up. We'll keep the double view here as we look at these different storms. I think they'll allow this tornado warning to expire here, or they'll get rid of it here very soon for this storm that has basically moved through Bay St. Louis and Diamond Head now, but past Christiana and Long Beach, the storm has not reached you just yet. But overall, we'll be crossing over you here very soon. Overall, line still seems strong from, I'd say, from basically Leaksville down to maybe Hancock County, or no, Jackson County line. But overall, I feel like this storm more towards Bay St. Louis, Gulfport, and Biloxi there in Harrison County isn't looking all that great anymore. New severe thunderstorm warning for 60-mile-an-hour winds. This includes Mobile County, all of Mobile County, but also includes portions of George and Greene counties. And then they immediately deleted it. Nope, no, it's back. So here's that on the radar. New severe thunderstorm warning right here. Includes central and eastern George County, but also includes southern Greene County. And so there's that severe thunderstorm warning. So that's what we're seeing there. These storms will eventually move out of our area here very soon. So I hope everyone that's been watching the stream is still good and safe. I hope y'all are having a decent night at this point. I hope you don't have any major damage. But for the most part, I hope you're okay. That's really what we could hope for, at least. Property is replaceable, lives are not. Trying to see if we have anything on these storms for now. Not seeing anything. Not seeing much of anything here. Just trying to see if I can find any information on anything. Not seeing much. The reason why I'm not talking about the major tornado threat here is, I mean, we might get something here in southern Greene County, or maybe entering Lucedale as well. Like, I think we have an area of rotation entering Lucedale right now, but overall, I mean, we've been talking all night about small little areas of rotation. So If you're in Leakesville or in Lucedale, be in your safe spot. If you're down here in this tornado warning on the coast, that includes Pass Christian and Long Beach, Bay St. Louis, and Diamond Head, you're fine. I don't think you're in any immediate danger there. Except for maybe Long Beach. I'd stay in your safe spot if you're in Long Beach. But if you're in Pass Christian, Bay St. Louis, or Diamond Head, you're fine to go ahead and get out of your safe spot if you're there. Anyways, not too much longer to go with these storms here in southern Mississippi. We got 2 tornado warnings, one in George, one in Greene County. One of those areas of rotation entering Lucedale right now. So actually, I have I believe I have a camera on this there in Lucedale. I do. Can't really see much with this one. Yeah, this camera in Lucedale is not going to get us anywhere, unfortunately. So that's where we're sitting right now. Trying to keep an eye on this camera here in Gulfport that we're going to go back to, just because it's actually a fairly good view of these storms moving through. And so that's why I'm going to keep that one up for now. I know this one's shaking around a lot, so really showing you how windy it is down there on the coast. Overall, we're not necessarily playing the waiting game now anymore, but overall, these storms have significantly weakened as they've moved off to the east. Honestly, I don't even know. I honestly don't know if they'll issue a severe thunderstorm warning for Jackson County. Now, they probably will, but man, we'll see. But still, just watching these areas in George and Greene County, I'll bring that back on the radar here, and that's what we're seeing here. Overall, this will be crossing over Highway 63 in Greene County here very soon, but definitely a big area of rotation here in Lucedale. From Columbus, wow. Yeah. Luckily, North Mississippi was fairly lucky today. Not really anything happening up there for a slight risk, but South Mississippi and parts of Louisiana got like absolutely hammered. I mean, I don't think a slight risk did justice for what went on down here. Like it was rough for a while down here. Still some tornado warnings, still damaging winds going on down here, but honestly, I don't think it's nearly as strong as it was earlier. um, mhm. Oh. I know we're still here just kind of sitting around, not talking about all too much, but that's luckily because these storms are not nowhere near what they were earlier. That's always a good sign. Still broad rotations in southern Greene and in central George County. But overall, I mean, looking at the reflectivity, these are getting um, kind of contaminated now by cells ahead, which might be a good thing, but it looks like an outflow boundary might be causing that. But we'll really have to wait and see there. that tornado warning there, that includes past Christiana and Long Beach. I really think you're fine at this point. Um, that tornado warning never really developed into much of anything from a rotation standpoint, and so I think you're mostly good here in uh, Harrison County. But if you're in Gulfport and Biloxi, know that the storm has not really moved through your area just yet. Here's the camera looking here in Gulfport. This is looking off to the west at Interstate 10 and Mississippi Highway 605. And so, really, this weather is going to be moving right into this camera here very soon. So, we'll see how gusty it really is there before too long. Ooh, it's been a busy night so far. What time did we go live? It was like 7 o'clock, 7:20. Roughly, honestly, a quicker night than what I was expecting. Only about 5 hours so far. Um, Luckily, nowhere near as long as we thought this event would be. But um, for a quick event, I mean, this thing has packed a punch across southern Mississippi and the Florida parishes of Louisiana. Trying to see if I have um, anything to report in terms of damage. That's how we are right now. So tornado warning now gone there on the coast. So we now kind of more focus on these tornado warnings there. That's about to move out of George County, or yeah, about to move out of George County, but overall, still kind of going, or I mean, about to move out of Greene County, but overall, still moving through George County right now. Let's just see if I have anything. Sorry, I'm not like directly looking at the live stream, just trying to get some information right now. Waveland, Mississippi. Are we good? I gotta remember what exactly Waveland is. Sorry, I'm not good with some of my areas of Mississippi, so let me look at that. Waveland. I know where this is. This is on the coast in Hancock County. If you're in Hancock County, yeah, no, yeah, never mind. I know where Waveland is. Yeah, you're going to be fine there in Waveland. You're good for the rest of the night. I knew where Waveland was. I just couldn't remember exactly where. You're welcome. So, almost completely through with this event. I don't know what the threat is there in Jackson County. I know this is currently moving through Harrison County, but this is about to completely move out of Greene County and about to move out of George County here in the next few minutes. Really curious as to see if they're going to even severe thunderstorm warn Jackson County, because I think it might not be necessary. Overall, this camera there in Gulfport is going crazy right now, which is about to get taken over by this line. So I expect this camera to get a little more crazy here in the next few minutes. I hope you have a good night, Jackson. Thank you for showing up to the um, live coverage tonight. I hope you and everyone else is safe. Jake Reed, welcome to the stream. What a legend. You missed it earlier. We had, I kid you not, we had over 90 concurrent viewers in the stream earlier. But everything's died down for now. What do you mean people don't know what a severe or what a tornado possible tag on a severe thunderstorm warning is? Jackson, no. I think over there near Purvis, you're perfectly fine. Maybe some rain lingering for the rest of the night, but overall, you're fine there. Oh boy, what a night it's been. I think we're gonna have to go back and look at the data, but I know we had roughly 100 concurrent viewers at one point when this storm was moving through the Laurel Hattiesburg area. That was rough. Not only were we dealing with our own tech problems, but Radar Omega crashed, so that was fun. I believe confirmed tornado over in Lawrence County. That was interesting. Lots of things went on tonight for Magnolia State weather, but lots of good things went on as well for everyone that stuck around for the live stream today. Um, Man, it's been an interesting night. Unfortunately, I know that we heard about that possible fatality in Lawrence County. I just hope that that's false information, but I'm definitely still hearing a serious situation over there in Lawrence County. I mean, 92% of the county out tells you. I mean, I think that a tornado definitely went through there. I mean, I've seen pictures of the damage, so we'll see about that. Tornado warning dropped for George County. Um, I'll pull this up on stream. Tornado warning dropped for George County, I should say. Greene County, you're still under a tornado warning, but really that line is about to move into Alabama, into Mobile County here very shortly. And by the time that moves through, you will be good to go to bed there for southeastern Georgia, or for southeastern Greene County. I'm sorry, I keep getting those two mixed up, and I don't know why. Anyways, no severe thunderstorm warning anymore for no severe thunderstorm warning there for Harrison County. I really don't know if they'll put a severe thunderstorm warning for Jackson County because overall, I mean, we've been talking about how this line's been weakening. I mean, I'm not seeing anything capable of severe weather moving into Jackson County right now. Um, and we've been talking about this line weakening for the last while. And really, that's a good thing because I mean, you're going to have some heavy rain and maybe some lightning down there in Jackson County, but I don't think it's anything to worry about. Bringing back that sky cam as this, or that traffic cam as this moves into Gulfport. I mean, we're seeing some gusty winds, obviously, and some strong rain, but overall, I'm not seeing anything severe there from that camera. Overall, really, and new tornado warning. Speaking of Jackson County, tornado warning there in northern Jackson County. This is radar indicate. Really? Why is that a okay? Um, did I just see that? Are they issuing another tornado warning there? They issued it and then immediately deleted it. We got an area of rotation here south of Old Americus, but really I think this is mainly a small little, yeah, there it is. I think this is mainly a small little cell forming up in front of the line. I really don't think either of these, like this rotation in Jackson County, I don't think that that should be, I mean, that area of rotation is going to be gone in the next scan. And pretty sure we'll see. Definitely interested to see what they see there. But looking at reflectivity, this seems like a small cell there. Uh, might not be completely formed up yet, maybe. So if you're in uh, Pope Town, if you're along the Highway 63 corridor, nearing, yeah, nearing Pope Town, and then nearing Highway 613, be in your safe spot because I mean this is a quick little area of rotation that's formed. Definitely a hook on it on radar if I switch over to that. Definitely looking at a hook on radar. But overall, I don't know how old this cell is and if it really is ready to the point where it can produce a tornado. New tornado warning over um, in eastern George County. That's going to expire in 42 minutes, but that will soon be moving into Alabama. Overall, I mean, you do have a strong area or a strong outflow here near the community of Vaughn. So if you're in Shipment or near Latonia, be in that interior room in that safe space. But for the most part, I think you're fine. Going back to the Skycam in Gulfport, it's really picked up here. Lots of rain on the ground. It's, I mean, oh wow, yeah, the winds are definitely howling there near the coast. Um, honestly, wouldn't be shocked if they put like a severe thunderstorm warning on this for 60-mile-an-hour winds. Because I mean, it looks gusty with that camera there in Gulfport. I don't know if I pulled it up. Here's that camera. Wind's very gusty. You can tell by the camera shaking. Um, overall, not seeing lots of lightning, but definitely probably some 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts in there. And so that's definitely something to look at for them there. Still a few tornado warnings here in Mississippi. These are going to quickly move out of here. Um, see what they do here. Looking at velocity, both of these have strong velocity couplets as they cross. One of them crossing Highway 63 near Pope Town. The other one right now between Vaughn and Shipman, heading towards Latonia on Highway 98 there in George County. The other one in northeastern Jackson County. Both of these are radar indicated. Um, luckily, not seeing anything in terms of debris being lofted, which is good. That's what we want to continue to see. Overall, now I can say if you're in Greene County, you're fine now. If you're in Greene County, you're fine for the rest of the night. Maybe still going through some gusty winds, but overall, your tornado threat is gone. I think we really only have roughly 10 to 15 minutes left of any tornado threat in Mississippi, so that's good. We're almost done with the night. It's been a long one for me, but luckily, I mean, we've only been live for roughly 5 hours, so not as long as the other night, but man, it packed a punch across our area. check something just real quick. Yeah, still got those rotations there. Okay. Yeah, so that area of rotation they put a tornado warning for down here in Popetown. I'm not seeing anything with it now, and it's gone now. Definitely something to watch. Maybe there was a weak tornado on it for a second. Like, hard to tell, but they tornado warned it, and yeah, never mind. There's definitely not a tornado in there. Wow, they tornado warned that. That I thought it was. I thought on radar it was like a trick because like there was like what looked like rotation on there. But overall, I mean, you can tell that this was definitely not a cell ready to produce a tornado. Maybe you got like a little vortice or something in there for a second. I mean, it stayed around for a few minutes, but overall, I really don't know if that was if a tornado warning was necessary in that situation. I mean, maybe there was like a little bit of embedded rotation in there. I'm just really trying to figure out why they warned this. I don't know. I can't. I just gotta move on. Anyways, last area of rotation that's really in effect for us here in Mississippi is just now crossing US 98 near Latonia. And whenever that moves out of here, I think we'll be done for the state of Mississippi. I mean, I don't see these storms doing much of anything near Biloxi or in south central Jackson County. So that's where we are there. Guess we're just going to have to wait and see. Luckily, after this storm, it looks like we might be done for a few days at least. New tornado warning there, uh, including Central, and that includes northern Mobile County. But overall, I mean, we're done here in Mississippi in regards to that storm. Looking at the correlation coefficient, seeing if I can see anything on radar. I'm not seeing anything, so that's good. Overall, just looking at these storms that are in Alabama now, seeing if we can see much of anything with those. Overall, looks like maybe some cells trying to form up now as this line re-strengthens, reorganizes. Because this line was struggling for a while, which it's always stayed stronger up towards Greene and George counties, but overall the southern extent of this line was weakening there for a while. So we're almost done for the night. Staying live for the few viewers that are still watching, but overall, this is now moving out of George County. I there's nothing happening here in eastern Jackson County, so I think we're about to call it in terms of a live stream. So I think that's where we're sitting for that. Overall, I'm not really worried about anything here over Biloxi. If I look, I mean, maybe you have an area of rotation there moving over Biloxi now, but it's nothing compared to what we've been going through tonight. Yeah, never mind. There's nothing rotating there. So yeah. So I think I'm going to call it a live stream now. Record-breaking Magnolia State weather live stream. Thank you all for showing up. I know we had difficulties there for a while, but wow, over 80 concurrent people. That was great. I thank you all. I'm not really worried about a tornado threat in Mississippi anymore. So I hope y'all are doing well. I hope y'all had a good night, and I hope y'all are all safe. And I hope everyone you know is safe. We'll look around towards damage stuff tomorrow. Tomorrow when I go out. But anyways, I hope y'all are all safe and sound. But anyways, thank you for choosing Magnolia State weather. It was a long one, but thank you all. And I hope y'all just have a great rest of your week. I'll put in some more weather stuff tomorrow. We'll start looking at some damage reports and some pictures tomorrow. And then we'll begin moving on for the next severe weather event. So anyways, thank you for choosing Magnolia State weather. I'm student meteorologist Ashton Champion, and God bless.